Now here we see differentiations of T cells. So here we see precursor T cells in bone marrow, then it converted to T CD4 positive and CD8 positive, that is T cells, that is helper T cells CD4 positive, and CD8, that is cytotoxic T cells in thymus. Here it is showing cortex, and then in medulla. So cytotoxic T cells here it have, and this one site that is helper T cells now further converted to different types of T helper cells, that is T helper 1, T helper 2, T helper 17, and T regulatory cells. So T helper 1 cells is stimulated, or we can say it get activated by interferon gamma and interleukin 12. Similarly, inhibitory functions of T helper cells 1 is due to interleukin 4 and interleukin 10. Similarly, for T helper cells 2, the activation factor or differentiations occurs due to interleukin 2 and 4. Similarly, inhibitory functions is due to interferon gamma. Similarly, TGF beta and interleukin 1, interleukin 6 stimulate, or we can say differentiate T helper cells 17 to T helper to secrete different cytokines. We discuss about this after some time. And so like T regulatory cells have TGF beta and interleukin 2. This can cause differentiations. Similarly, inhibitory functions is due to interleukin 6. Now this T helper cells once secretes interferon gamma interleukin 2, which has a functions of, that is activate macrophage and cytotoxic T cells. Similarly, T helper cells 2 produces or secretes, that is interleukin 4, 5, interleukin 6, interleukin 10 and 13, and this helps in activations of eosinophil. Similarly, for T helper 17, T helper 17 secretes, that is T helper that interleukin 17, interleukin 21 and 22, and this helps in that helps to functions is like induce neutrophilic infiltrations. Similarly, for T regulatory cell secretes TGF beta, interleukin 10 and interleukin 35, and these are autoimmunity, prevents autoimmunity, maintains tolerance. Now talking about positive and negative selections. So positive selections, thymic cortex, double positive, that is CD4 positives and CD8 positives. T cells expresses TCRS, that is T cells receptors capable of binding self antigens on cortical epithelial cell surface, and negative selections, that is thymic medulla, T cells expresses here negative selections is like T cells thymic medulla, T cells expressing as